MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
World cars are nothing new to the Ford Motor Company. They tried the concept in the early 80s with the Escort. But their desire to design one car for the whole world didn't quite work out. It seems not all cultures wanted the exact same car. Well, now Ford's going global again with this car, the Contour family sedan. And this time, nothing was lost in the translation. And that's good news, because Ford plans to sell its CDW 27 World Car in 75 countries. And Ford needs to serve up 700,000 of them annually to recoup its $6 billion development cost. But that investment has already paid big dividends, with Ford's Mondeo sedan, hatchback, and wagon winning Europe's 1993 Car of the Year award. Here in the U.S., buyers can choose between the Ford Contour and its more conservatively styled sibling, the Mercury Mystique. But each will come only as a 4-door sedan. However, 90% of the parts under the skin are the same around the world. Contours come in 3 trim levels: Base GL, Volume LX, and our favorite, the Sporty SE. Mystique grades are GS and LS. All sport cab forward styling, 4-valve per cylinder engines, and meet all safety requirements through 1998. Our focus here is the Contour, whose curvy hood includes an oval grille opening that continues a recent Ford styling trend. Nice, but not as adventuresome as we'd like. Overall exterior dimensions almost match the Honda Accord, which says volumes about Contour's mission. Rear styling has a pronounced import influence, with organic-shaped tail lamps and a chrome bumper insert to match the one up front. Base Contour power plant is the all-new Z-Tech 2-liter 16-valve dual overhead cam 4-cylinder. It produces 125 horsepower, or more than 1 horsepower per cubic inch, and 125 pound-feet of torque. We found its bottom end stronger than most 2-liter motors, even when mated to this U.S.-designed 4-speed automatic transmission, Ford's first fully electronic unit. Our preliminary 0 to 60 times of 11 seconds improves to 9.1 seconds with the standard 5-speed manual, an also all-new unit developed by Ford of Germany. But even better engine news is Contour's 2.5-liter all-aluminum Duratec V6. Ford's U.S. engineers had help from Porsche and Cosworth during its development, and it shares some architecture with Ford's modular V8. Look for a 3-liter version of the V6 in the next Ford Taurus. Duratec's 24 valves and dual overhead camshafts help produce 170 horsepower and 165 pound-feet of torque. But it felt like more because 90% of it can be tapped at a very low 1,500 RPM. That contributes to a 0 to 60 time of 9 seconds with the automatic, and a spirited 7.5 seconds with the 5-speed. Both powertrain combinations provide smooth power delivery. We were equally impressed with the Contour's excellent road grip and feel. Power rack and pinion steering and anti-roll bars are standard on all models. The all-independent suspension features struts up front and Ford's Quadrolink setup in the rear modified to provide some passive rear steering. This keeps the tail nicely stable in corners, even when too much throttle is released too quickly. The suspension and chassis setup came from Ford of England with the help of 3-time Formula One champ Jackie Stewart, while Dearborn engineers worked on ride quality, which is also very good. 4-cylinder Contours have front disc, rear drum brakes. V6-equipped cars get disc all around. Both an anti-lock system and an all-speed traction control system are available on all models, a first in this class. Contour's airy interior is clearly driver-oriented with a European flair. Cloth upholstery is standard. This SE has optional leather. Though limited in number, the sharp analog gauges jump out from their pod. Naturally, dual airbags are foremost among the safety features. But they also include the well-bolstered bucket seats which ride on ramps that help prevent submarining under the dash in an accident. Even the base GL seats offer good support. The LX and SE seats feature a variety of adjustments, including lumbar. The tilt wheel release lever is very stiff, and Ford is delaying its availability until a fix can be made. Power window and door lock controls blend neatly into the driver's door panel, while the turn signal and high beam stalk is smaller than in previous U.S. Fords. The CFC-free air conditioning system is activated via 3 super easy-to-use rotary knobs. Standard is a new air filtration system that removes most pollen and dust. Usually found only on luxury cars, it's a first for this class. So finally, you don't have to be rich to breathe clean air. The bottom of the rear seat is high enough for good comfort and visibility, but headroom does suffer. Legroom is typical for this size sedan. Trunk space is untypically large at 13.9 cubic feet. And the split rear seat backs fold down from the rear via a pair of trunk-mounted releases. Prices start at $13,310 for the base Contour GL. The V6 option adds about $1,000 to GL and LX Contours. ABS another $565, and traction control $800 more. The Contour SE begins at $15,695 and includes the V6. We think that's a world of value wrapped in a very impressive package. In fact, we can't remember when we were so impressed with a quote-unquote family car. And we're not alone. Automobile Magazine says, the Contour is equivalent to a best-selling book that has been translated into a dozen foreign languages. We like the Contour, and you can quote us in any language. Clearly, Ford's engineers all over the globe are now speaking the same language, and it's one that all car enthusiasts can easily understand.